Welcome to the longest wait ever. Never waited this long. Some grass. Some grass. A little small grass. Little small grass. Orange. No, peach. What color is Georgia? Red. This will be the longest wait ever. You know why? Because there's no football. If there was one game today, I wouldn't even think about it. But there's a game tomorrow. I'll be in denial until Thursday night football. Trying to get more stuff up. Let's edit this. Put a banner up. Press like you hungry buttocks. Return of the Mac. You. I would like to mac on an Iraqi princess. That's right. You see, I don't have roof access. In Cincinnati, you could get out on the fire escape and smoke cigarettes. But, dude, they don't do that here. Oh, you dropped your last bowl of weed? Your copium. Copium. I re-upped my copium. Big hits. Whoa, 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 big hit. Take another one. You scoop up that. It's hard to scoop up weed. I don't like to break up my weed because then you can't scoop it up. And I need to shave that mustache. It's just getting wild. It's turning fucking orange. Oh man, why the hell I gotta have an orange mustache? It's so hard to look at the camera. I'm always looking like slightly to the right. How about that? The biggest winner so far, Ted Cruz. I just want to say, you can't stop Ted. Ted's gonna go into Dallas, and I figured it out today. You see, during World War II, they had all the radio factories in Cincinnati, the transmitters. I don't want to talk too much about it. I know the locations of the factories and everything. They look like regular old buildings, but they had very this is the way it is. In 1945, Texas was invaded by the U.S. Army when they built Fort Hood, because there was no, Texas changed a lot. Bell County, they can change the name of Fort Hood. It's always gonna be Bell County. It's my county, Bell. Are you a rebel? Would you like to rebel? Get the bells back? Go. I've been listening to Jared Boosters. Now I'm. Jared Boosters. Rebel. That means you go for more bell. You need more bell. It's like you re-up. When you run out of weed, you re-up. When you run out of Belcher, you rebel. I'm gonna have to cut. From now on, my chat will be my rebels. And you can just say, is this a Red Bull? Is this Red Bull? The name of my channel is not optimized for appealing to any demographic younger than me. Some people think when I leave a comment, my name is so long, they think my name is part of the comment. And the flint flew out. My flint broke. And I'm on the iPad. We got 3 cigarettes left. It's hella late at night. Phone. There's nothing on it. I just want to see the clock. 5:04. Right now there's run of the mill, but they will condense all my videos down into a single file. It doesn't matter. You just put more script in. I am aware of the final product. We can edit all my shit together. That's what everybody does. They take their most successful you take your most successful content and you republish it. My shit's not successful, but I can still republish it. YouTube doesn't give a fuck how many times you want to publish the same shit. They're gonna be like, oh no, we already got a copy of that video. That's not the way YouTube works. I could post this video every day of the week. Where's my letter? Let's use my flashlight. It's just a flashlight. It's to fool you. It's to make you think this phone is spying on you or something, but it's not. It's not. Freak out, people. There's my letter. Oh, I went outside with my hat. So what concept was I on? About to bust this here. Where'd it go? 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 The longest stream. Everybody's doing marathon streams right now. Selfie wallpaper. I got those. This one. Which one do I got? Here for election night. Let's take a look at what side I'm on. The Democrats. Democrats, the way to be. There, I get my famous. Look, it says famous. That's what it needs to say here. It's like famous house. Yeah. I was watching AI South Park and I had Peter Griffin put on a explosive and he exploded and killed everybody. Biden's gonna be president every day this year until next year, so. It'll be just like 2016. I was in here, Trump won the election, and I told you I'll see you in 2017. So, Trump, you keep saying Trump 2024, but hey, guess what? 2025, you'll be you can be in office. May the most popular person win. Honestly, nobody knows who Kamala is. She has been vice president. Okay, you know. But really, I mean, I didn't know who Kamala was when I was voting for Obama. You know, but Biden was Obama's vice president. So Biden is just a guy that works for Obama. So as long as we got Obama, then thank you for your time, Joe. I can almost predict 200 years of American isolation coming up. 200 years of American isolation, just like Japan went through. That'd be crazy. Delicate. Too close. I got some. Are those points pointing? What's up, Crazy Cuz? Blue Wave, we got Crazy Club. Crazy Club. I don't want to say that, but the moderators are. They should have read. Like this. Ooh. See, Mussolini, the girl that died in my unit, her name was Benitez Vega. That's right. So I remember when it's kind of like I lost my own personal Mussolini. Don't I have her picture in here? I do. I'm not pulling it up. Yeah. I should have more information on her. She's from Puerto Rico. She's the first woman to ever die at war in the army from Puerto Rico. So it's up to me to officially announce that I nominate if I was running for office, I would make Puerto Rico the 51st state. I would let Puerto Rico join America. They say there's only one nation that has ever arrested who was the richest person ever arrested? Who was that? Might have been Austrian. He might have been Austrian. Is looking like Trump. It's not Epstein. It's during World War II, the Germans arrested who's the fucking bank family? Goddamn. A Rothschild. Rothschilds were arrested. So I'm gonna look up. I'm on Google. I'm gonna Rothschild. Arested. See now that the Rothschilds are they're Teds too. They get arrested. Okay. Baron Louis in March 1938. Baron Louis Rothschild was arrested at the Aspen Airport. Baron, he got sent. They locked his ass up. So who's working with who? This is what happened. Okay, I got the information today from Asian historian. Today he broke down the numbers. Old people had the numbers already, but when Germany went into Ukraine in 1940, they expected 100 tons of grain. They got 65. They got 60 tons. No, wait. They got 60 tons of grain. And then, because the whites were revolting, they got Stalin sent out for help in 1921. 400 million tons of food was sent to Russia. Germany pulled out 60 tons from Ukraine. Russia got 400 tons. The difference between 400 tons of food or 60 and the Nazis were expecting to get 1 million from Ukraine. That's still 25% of what the 4 million, what did I say? 4 million tons? 4 million projected versus 1 million projected. This, and with that, it was a 1 to 66 ratio. For every 1 unit of food the Germans had, the Russians didn't have any either, but we sent them 66 units. See, we 400 tons of food. Is that what I said? Yeah. That was in the land lease. Is that right? I'm thinking about the 1921. You get my near All they have is the tonnage and food. That's all that matters. Don't worry about the years. Ukraine only could not feed themselves. They couldn't feed damn Germany. So they would have never have gone in unless the White Russians were trying to save capitalism, because a white Russian is a capitalist, is not a communist. And Tsar Nicholas was definitely a White Russian. So the capitalists, the Russian capitalists, betrayed their own people by and then a lot of fighting for food. If you see the armored train, when you see a train with 100 guns on top of it, those are not for shooting the enemy. Those are for shooting your own people who are trying to get food from your train. Okay? Most of the fighting, I'm going to tell you this. Most Russians never even saw a German. They're too busy shooting at their own people. Okay? Most Russians never saw a single German. Because they were fighting absolutely everywhere in Russia. Absolutely. And they're fighting themselves. Okay? In America, we don't do that. We and also we're not going to do it. We might have the draft again. Manpower's not worth much, but hey, hey, Sons of Patriots. I just get to watch. I mean, I'm not an expert at analysis, but I every day you get some new snitch on YouTube talking about World War II. You just compile more and more knowledge, until you realize that they fought the wrong enemy, and the wrong enemy. When Patton said they should have gone into Italy, they should have finished Mussolini's campaign. They should have given Bulgaria access to the ocean. Well, the Russians would attack each other, because why would I go into a war if you're sitting in town shooting at my mom and my wife? It's like, that's the way it was. It's like, you couldn't in America. I can go to war because really nobody's nobody's trying to kill your family. But in Russia, they're killing everywhere. Nobody goes to work without an armed guard. That's why the farmers wouldn't plant the grain, because you're gonna get shot. You just going to work is where they shoot you. That's not how we operate in America. We don't have that problem, and we're not gonna have that problem. Okay, that's a systematic. We are very pacifist, and we do a lot of negotiation. And we have never been a land power. We're a navy power. We have air superiority. We've never been a land power. That's why going into Afghanistan or Iraq after thinking it's going to be like Vietnam, and then I got to come out and they say that we did it. It was just another Vietnam, and we sucked it up and shit. No, you guys don't know how we operate. Afghanistan was more like the Bay of Pigs, training Cubans to fail. But you know, when we trained the Afghan army, what were they called? They went after the Taliban. You know, they did a good job. Bro, I passed my physical. I passed my athletic test, barely. I don't have to do that anymore, man. I learned a lot from Trump. Trump says he never works out. That's good enough for me. The Afghans, yeah, they're good. I guess everybody's good except the Persian Empire. We're going to lean on the Turkish Empire to reform. Listen to Peter Zillian. He didn't say anything I just said. I just wing it based upon what makes the most sense to me. Dalmatia is the first country to recognize the United States in 1976. Dalmatia is on the border of Serbia. It's fun to be bad, do bad things. You get the hair off the back of my head. Now the hair's gone. Harris. It's gonna be a hairy night. Hairy. Ozempic cured your depression. I do not need the weight loss medicine. I do have ADHD, but I don't need medicine. I mean, believe it or not, I'm not trying to compete on that level. You got me confused for somebody else. I don't need no damn methamphetamines from a doctor. They say that the pharmacy is all out anyways. You can have that good. You can have that good prescription. You can't get it filled. I'd get it for. I would, as president, I would talk more shit than Trump because I don't like the East Coast. I mean, I'm here. I could be there if I wanted. What? But my sister just bought a new house in New Orleans. I could probably go down for the Super Bowl. She's doing emergency relief in Carolina. So RFK. the 87, man, you know what? Straight up, I'll tell you straight up, it was the 87 Super Bowl. That was really the first time I ever sat down and watched the damn Super Bowl. It was Doug Williams. I remember the hype coming up into the game. Nobody knew if he would start. Eventually, he played earlier in the season. I didn't have complaints with him being the starter. But John Elway got smoked. Oh man, was that? I need to write down on paper which Redskins Super Bowls they won. Let me see. How did you just build this page? This is the longest stream, guys. I have to pace out everything. So what was I about to look at? Redskins. She bought a house in Louisiana. It's probably not that nice. Okay. Some wind, some storm damage somewhere. You have to remember that shit was for sale. They were like, somebody had to not want it. Super Bowl champions at 17, 1982, that was in Pasadena. 87 was Super Bowl 22. 91 Redskins, Super Bowl 26. Good team. Man, that was the greatest team I've ever seen play. And I like to hang out with NFL fans. And nobody's gonna make a mockery of my opinion, because I've seen the 91 Redskins. I started watching in 87. I watched Doug Williams in 87. I seen the difference. The difference. Mark Rippon. Yeah. He's not a bum from Tampa Bay. You have to remember, Doug Williams won the Super Bowl before Steve Young, and they were both from Tampa Bay. Everybody says, "Oh, Steve Young was from Tampa Bay." You have to say no. The other guy that Steve Young tried to replace won the Super Bowl before he did. And he did it. He beat the Denver Broncos just like Joe Montana. Well, nobody cares, because when you beat the Broncos in the night back then, it didn't mean anything. Is the game's changed? If you watch enough of it, you'll forgive the bloopers, the funny-looking kickoffs, the bad calls. The game is the same as it ever was. Maybe there's more arm tackling. There's more people in the secondary like Deion Sanders who don't want to hit you. There's less linebackers. Hardly any fullbacks. So the quarterback never has a blocker in the backfield half the time. These are the biggest things. The points, the scores add up different now. You get the 2-point conversion. That's only in the last 30. It still feels new. Every time I see a 2-point conversion, I'm like, whoa, man, we doing that? We doing that? Ben Roethlisberger always went for the 2. So if the Steelers score 2 touchdowns, they would always be up 16-0.
They're playing a different type of football. And Baker Mayfield should have gone for 2 to beat Kansas City. Yeah, because Todd Bowles was probably with Ben Roethlisberger. Does the man not learn? Why do I know? Why do I know? I sit in a room by myself. I don't get paid. Yeah, well, the other half of the economy is college tuitions, and Harvard is short $200 million in their budget this year from parental donations. So that's the true economy, is bringing kids from Armenia and sending them to UCLA to be Bruins. That's why the Bruins are trash, okay? You're not from Southern California if you're a Bruin. You honestly probably speak Chinese, and you came from Israel, because there was a hell of a lot of Chinese people in Jerusalem. I called it Israel. Pardon me. Sometimes I think about Israel is Jerusalem, and it will remain Jerusalem. What do you think? Do you think Trump is going to give Jerusalem back? No, we're going to have Turkey come down and get some advice. We're going to sending Turkey is like sending Kamala Harris to the border to fix it. NFL players were not getting paid very well 10 years ago. The money's a lot different. The economy is a lot different. Game checks would only be $20,000. That's not very much, guys. And you would only get a check every 2 weeks, but your check should be $40,000, but they take out half. I played so much World of Warcraft with Australians. They're always working out, man. American gamers don't have rugby every day, but like, I couldn't get to my raid on time because they need a shower after rugby, and I show up, an hour early to all my raids, and then they don't play until 9 o'clock, which is 3 in the morning in California time. You know what time it is in Australia? Yeah, at 3 in the morning, I'm fucking up waiting for you to get out your shower because you just went to rugby. And that's better for me because I'd rather, nobody liked me anyways. I keep showing up at 3 o'clock. Nobody fucking likes me. And I'm never on the headset. The voice is truly optional in World of Warcraft. You could even, I had special permission to not join chat because I'm so goddamn good. I get permission to not be in chat. I'm that good. You can't get that in 2024. Everybody's in chat. Now everybody uses Discord, and I don't fuck around on Discord. That's why I quit the game. Battle.net and Blizzard they tried to go head to head and beat Discord, but Discord defeated Battle.net, and all the losers who don't even have games can sit in voice chat with. And I don't even know how to press a button to talk. Cigarette count check 2 there. 5 in the morning. It's the longest wait. You could always, customize your push to talk. There was my brother I had a standing headphone. I had a little microphone on a little thing once back in 2007. And like, I don't know, it was in my brother's room. And he took it away and never saw it again. I usually leave my mic open. Overwatch was like kind of census. Overwatch chat was the best because I could play 5 games an hour, and I'd have 5 random people in a phone call, and I would talk, so I could talk to 30 different people in every hour, and I never got along with anybody because you could always tell that they're in a queue. They joined up as a team. I always solo queue. Blizzard hates solo queue. You can't do anything and I'm a shaman. I play by myself. That's even worse. But it's also kind of optimal. It's very commando. It's suicidal. If I play a 15-minute Warsong Gulch, I'm gonna die 15 times because I'm gonna rush the enemy. Combat's not gonna last 15 seconds. I want to die before the res. I want to be in the graveyard so I can get a quicker res. And yeah, 15, 16 deaths in a Warsong Gulch, that's normal. You die once a minute. Of course, if you're winning, you might go 10-3. You might go undefeated and have the top HKs, and top damage, and good healing. I played Troll Rogue in 2019. Now, I just don't play undead. I don't play undead, man, and I don't think I really like undead players. I think they belong in the Alliance. If you could have an undead orc, yeah, that'd be cool. Undead troll, yeah, okay. Undead human, what? But Sylvanas is the night elf. What? Undead players, they actually do quests in Silverpine. I have never completed Silverpine on an alt. Bro, homie, I don't hang out in Silverpine. That's just too low. Okay, I don't play on Alteric mountains. I don't do South Shore or the Sepulchre. But I hang out in the Undercity all the time because it's like you can fly. As a rogue, I go into Oldman at least 20 times a day, 30 runs a day. That's not realistic. 4 runs per hour. What's the cap? That's the most you can run, right? 4 runs per hour. 15-minute runs. It was half a game. Shaman was the first class created, and then they made undead, and they forgot to add race options to the shit. The math is mathing. Yep. Election math. What's the swing state? I don't know. We're gonna not count the votes somewhere, Florida or Ohio. I'm an unregistered voter. I have not voted in 16 years. Yeah, give me a suggestion how to break AI. Topic only include Morty and the narrator. Morty does something. Narrator. Twitch Plays Pokemon was better. That shit was 5 years ago. I haven't seen anything as good as Twitch Plays Pokemon. Narrator. You can call me narrator. I'll call you my rebels. I narrate what you say. Wow, wow. So when I watch new shows, I will now be calling, hello, narrator. Why are you ignoring my comment? I love not having a game. I love not having any noise. It's just, I'm an isolation chamber. Me and my show. The hard R. The no. No means yes. That's the hardest thing to understand. Rebel. The hard R is to rebel. Are you racist or are you some kind of rebel? Well, I don't know what's worse, man. I don't know what's worse. We always had nice church bells in my town. St. Bede's Church. The head Catholic church of all Los Angeles was right next to my house. And it's kind of a dumpy building and they need to rebuild it, and it'll be like the most fantastic church you've ever seen, but the property is not really in a good spot. The idea was that if you're a young woman and you go to college in Los Angeles, well then you can be like a nurse and you can go practice in Guatemala or Nicaragua or Ghana, but you ain't got no fucking future in Los Angeles because there's no future for the people who were born there. You can get your education and apply your trade in the third world, okay? As the Oakland A's and all the media in Oakland is trying to find a new place to work. They're like, shit. The reason Peter Zillian said Texas is rich because they're making Mexico a good place to be. Like, every time Mexico gives Texas money, it gets nice south of the border. Famous House. Bro, that fish tank show sucks ass. Bert is trash. I couldn't name one other person on the show. Sam Hyde. Uh, Mexicans live higher in altitude than us, so they, their de facto stamina, they have higher stamina because there's less oxygen. They do more with less fucking oxygen, bro. I can't stand the way Sam Hyde. He's just overdressed. He doesn't look good, and he's so flamboyant when he starts his segments. I'm like, this is bad. Famous House. Yeah. Thank you, My Heritage. Narrator. That is true. Interesting. Narrator. Stand. Randy. Nobody knows where my dad came from, so my mom came from Berlin. No, from Hamburg in 1948. So we don't come. She was in, she was in L.A. She came straight to L.A. from Hamburg, and that was 1949 because she wasn't a newborn. It was during the baby lift when everybody had to. Russian tensions were high. Were attacking. My extended family that adopted my mom, they came out of Peoria, Illinois. Yeah. Peoria. And I guess they were always there. They had a successful roofing company in the 1920s. So if you're working with a bank doing roofs and they still have the same roofing company 100 years later, I'd like to go up there and introduce myself to my long lost relatives. I mean, I could have just been a kid that worked on a roof, like Jerry Rice was a roof worker, but defeatism has set in, and there's just not a lot of work for kids unless you have a talent agent. No, my dad was definitely not German. The one thing I know about my dad is his ethnicity. was not the same as my mom's, because then that would have been like, everybody would know that. That's what you see. My sister dated a chimney cleaner in 1996. She was still a senior in high school. She was dating a chimney sweep. Now that guy's a park ranger at a national, he's a park ranger. From chimney sweep to park ranger. I got Latino heat, There's a lot of Mexican in me. But in LA, we call them Mexicans. And they even identify as Mexicans, but they're Mexican American. They're all Mexicans are American, but the LA Mexicans, they don't like regular Mexicans, but they still accept the same name. They don't complain. They don't want Latinx. Doesn't. I think that there's people that say that doesn't mean anything. Yeah. The Hollywood script writers just want people to change the way they say it. Esquire, about to bust. Esquire. They want the narrator to add an extra word in now and then. Glizzy is my. I used to love eating at the Mexican food restaurant. It was good. It was good. My mom could get 4 plates of food and no drinks. She'd be like, I ain't buying no drinks. And it would cost $20. And that would be all through the 80s and early 90s, You get a full plate of food for like $4. Well, I don't know what that. All you can eat tortilla chips and salsa. Sounds good right now. I got an applesauce. Can't reach it. The water cup. I've been to Mexico a bunch of times. I had 2 hookers in one night once. Yeah. You get a hooker for $20 and then another $5 just to get the room. A cantina. Man, I don't know what they used to. Fish sauce. They've always had bottles for the last 1,000 years because Portugal would make fish sauce. Fish sauce comes in a fucking bottle. So. Why do you have tetanus? You scratched yourself on a rusty nail. One left. No refries because every single refry went into my lunch. Today's leftover lunch is tonight's ashtray. Let's get some more shit up in here. Ooh, what do I bring up? The tire rack is Sonic. That meal was. It came with some milk. At least I drank milk. 1 pint of milk today. A chicken breast that was extreme. Single med. What's trending in here? There you go. I voted. I'm just kidding. You know I didn't. We'll just hide the part that says I. Have you voted? Six fish. What's in here? I voted. More I voted. You voted for more rebel. Yeah. All these people, they want to be me. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. You'll never be Ted, bro. You'll never be Ted. I was born fucking Ted. I vote every decision I make. I personally voted and approve. How dare you think you just picking some shit that you are some kind of Ted? How you know what? I think you voted. Yeah. Come on. I voted VODED. Watch this. Watch this. You think I'm playing? I think I'm playing. Come on. I can't find the pen. I'm trying to bring up the stencil. Where is the stencil? We'll use black ink. I think this is black. See. VODED. Voted. A lot of you guys voted today. Man, cause your vote don't mean shit. Where you trying to, your vote don't mean shit, dude. You all voted. You voted. That's why you shouldn't even watch anybody else. That's why I make my fucking show. And I ruin it by covering my face while I light my shit. That'll stick with you a long time. Voted. I Avoided is good, but I'm not trying to pay for something at the cash register. You avoid this transaction. Now I don't want it. I think I voted for Ross Perot in '92. In '92, I was 16. I couldn't vote. That no, I was 18 in '92. 17, 92, election '92. I don't know if I voted in '92. I should have. That would have been my first time. What's up, Ray Dog? Ray Dog. Ray. Ray Dog's in the house. It's the longest time. Everybody's looking for some content right now, right? We'll find out tomorrow when the Bengal game starts who the damn president is. I don't know where Dory is. I got a magnet with the Golden Gate Bridge. This is a gift. When I finally mail off my some mail shit to Atlanta, that will be in there. I have one piece of metallic furniture in here. Hey Ray, the Spartans lost 2 in a row, and I don't feel bad. I'm glad Monrovia kicked their ass. I think we probably beat Monrovia. That's the only team I remember beating. One Piece. Currently, the story's on pause, and they're editing it all. So I'll catch the new episode, which isn't going to be for a while. And I would listen to a spoiler channel. There's so many anime spoiler channels, right? They're all pretty accurate about the bust. See, if narrator. You know what? I think I turned because I was trying to handle the widgets. I had to hide the chat. There's a clock, and now an eggplant. I don't know if that'll pop up, but there it is. You can make it bigger. How big is that? How big is that, dude? How big is it? 40? The eggplant is right there at the tip of my finger. Right next to the famous eggplant, guys. I thought it could have got way bigger. No, it's not gonna get way bigger. That's what she said. Let me put up another sticker. What else is popular today? Is this a Kamala? Kamala's going to be on the show. Welcome everybody to the vice president. Vice president here. Come on. I disabled chat to move her around. What else is here? Get her in here. That's right. She was. There's no bigger party for her down the street. This is her party. Here. Ooh, who's this? Is this her friend? I think we're gonna have to take Kamala out. I think I want to see this one. This is what. Fine with me. No complaints here. I like it. I like it. I can bring it more. Annoying orange is trending. Holy shit. Do you want to look at her face? How much is enough? We need to see more, right? I mean, baby. It's election night, baby. It's election night. I need to see more. I need to see more. I need to see more. There. Prism, you got it like that, huh? No way, man. This is the app wants me to use this shit, dude. You know, this is what I'm supposed to be using. This is built-in features, bro. Feature rich. I'm just gonna order some strippers real quick. See how many more strippers we can get up in here. Look for some twerking women. These are all cartoons. Dude, do you think this is a man? Well, you see the top of her head is sloped. She doesn't. The top of her head is shaped like a woman, and her throat, right, right there, right, her throat. I don't see an apple. No apple. Sorry, but where does she shop? Oh, where does she shop? Can she show me the bottom, baby? Show me the bottom. Yeah. Oh, right in front of me. Right in front of me. Let's just do this. Now, you should drop an eggplant. Get some eggplants right now. Put some eggplants in the chat, dude. Okay. I'm playing with the show, guys. I don't need a damn game in here. Okay, I think my chat's disabled, so. I just put the chat overlay back up. There it is. Hey, you nailed it. You nailed her. You nailed her in the puts. You nailed her in the puts. Okay, get one up there. Get one to her face. Get one up. Get one up right here. Okay. She's gonna crank on it like this. If we're lucky. We can slide her a little. Put it right in her hand. She almost goes cross-eyed. Wait, is she going cross-eyed? Is she going cross-eyed? No, I wish. She doesn't have the look, guys. Nobody told her. Let's get rid of the voted. Okay, might load up something else. I'll leave one. We got to leave the one on the top. As long as there's no static, I'm happy. I try to watch people and talk to them, but they're playing games and they're listening to the music. Dude, there's two. I don't. You know, if you're listening to the music, you're retarded because you're trying to communicate to somebody. You're trying to talk, and the music is so loud. Like I wouldn't say Matt had. Matt definitely didn't have the problem. You know, some people have good audio balance, but I can barely hear my favorite shows. Like a McZizzle, I can barely hear her. And the people screaming in Discord chat are twice as loud as the host of the show. Now I have audio problems too, right? Yeah, okay, but you know I overpower my microphone. I watched McZizzle last night. Yeah, I just she's a chill show, but Call of Duty is trash. You point, you shoot. You point, you shoot. You point. The fluid momentum doesn't remind me of walking down the street. It's like everybody's right-handed. I mean, I could play Tom Clancy. You can switch left-handed to right-handed. You can just switch whenever you want. Okay. Like I look at Call of Duty as an inferior game engine with less camera angles. You can't move the camera from one shoulder to the other. That's true. So you can't tip, and even Rainbow Six, which I've never played. At least you can lean around corners, bro. You can't do that in COD. You can't do that in Zombies either. And the Zombies is a game that's impossible to win. There's no, you just die. You're just gonna die. It's like playing Pac-Man. Waste of time. That's why I quit gaming, so I can have other things in my life. Because just playing these games will leave you with nothing. Now, thankfully, I have my 45. Well, how old am I? 48. You know, I've still got 48 years of game experience. I just don't actually need to play. We actually playing. Yeah, Siege has always been a nice looking game since it was like on Macintosh. If it was, it's so old it probably was on Macintosh. But Macintosh never had all the buttons. You'd be stuck with like a one button mouse on that shit. At least Windows had 2-button mouse. Where's my mouse? I don't have my mouse within reach. I use a Razer Nega stock. I had better mouse in 2008 when I got the World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King mouse. That's the best mouse. Nothing can compare to the premium experience I got. You can't replicate retro experience. Everybody's lying to themselves, and they're playing the same 10 games. Another Ghouls and Ghosts streams. Another. What's the most commonly played game? A Castlevania 1. Whoa. Good for you. So you're gonna have a show, and you're just gonna mumble to yourself and ignore your audience, and you can't hear it. You can't hear yourself over the music, and it's 40 years ago. You should have played the game when I played it, but now you want to act like you know some shit about it. Just playing the game won't tell you about it. It won't. You have to stalk the companies for their lifetime, and if you weren't there, insider following it's as complicated as wrestling or World War II. The greatest things on YouTube is wrestling, NFL football, World War II, and video games. Okay. Thankfully, video games are their own. You get wrestling games, World War II games, and NFL games. But the average Nintendo player, they won't play any wrestling. They won't play any NFL, and they definitely won't play. What was it one? You have to be kidding me. You have to have the integrity. None of these people have any reason to say they owned the system. They're just playing the games that came out the final year, like some 1995 NES game, or they're playing a 2001 Nintendo 64 game, and they're going to tell me how good the system was. They didn't have it for the fucking 5 years before No Mercy came out. But what was the other one? Wrestling, football. So, wrestling, football. Yeah, World War II. There's a severe lack of World War II games, guys. We're the World War II game guys. I don't see the gamers playing World War II. I can't see anybody who owns the SimCity. They all have every bootleg game. They have these things. It's like they say, I got every game. They think not a single one of those people has SimCity. They couldn't even load San Francisco. They don't know why they would have a simulation experience on a console. They just want to run and jump, hold left and jump, hold left and jump. And I got SimCity at Christmas, and I didn't even ask for it, and I didn't know. I got 3 games with my Super Nintendo. I got Pilot Wings, SimCity, and Super Mario World. My mom really played a lot of SimCity. I enjoyed watching my mom play SimCity. She could beat every stage. It would take her about 4 hours. I knew I wasn't playing anything that night. I had to throw the Dr. Mario away so nobody would play it anymore. The worst game I had to get rid of it was that new Super Mario World 2 was that 2010 Wii Mario. Oh, I think I had to get rid of that shit. Then you got the Harvest Moon players with their 1996 Super Nintendo game. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's a PlayStation game. You should be on PlayStation. I have more games gonna be installed when they come out. They automatically get downloaded. They're not out yet, and I have a game coming out in like 8 days. And I just uninstalled Disney. I'm done on that Disney game. The old Life for Mobile. The town. What you gonna be like near Automata. Near Automata. Yeah, I pre-ordered that game. Good game. If I don't play it, I never go back and play it. The decision not to play it is final. I might watch it. I can't pick what everybody streams, and I watch 4,000 different channels. I'm looking for. I mean, I got Pakistan channels. I got gasoline smuggling channels in Iran. Got some crazy channels. Famous channels. You see, we're in an era, and eventually they could just take everything and say this is what we had, and the new stuff will be separated, and a new website will appear. It'll be because YouTube is kind of trash. It's missing some some features like things. I mean, YouTube hasn't changed really in 10 years. Like, I expect major change. Yeah, there should be major change. I got a kid in Pittsburgh who knows the commissioner of the NFL. I watch that kid. Who do you watch in Pittsburgh? You watch DK Daily Shots? Who's your insider? If you don't have a Pittsburgh insider, you should get one. There's so many bums from Pittsburgh yapping and yap, and they're on social media, and if the Steelers don't get to the playoffs, their careers are over, because they'll all be exposed as hypocrites demanding Mike Tomlin gets fired. They all hate. They're full of hate for themselves, Man, I've never seen a team hate themselves worse than, man, the 49ers. They're pretty damn good, except nobody likes the quarterback. And how do you not like Russell Wilson? You seriously think Justin Fields is going to play 17 games in a row? Just let Russell play. And what the big game? I want to see this Commanders game. Yeah, no sleep. Russell Wilson. He's not tall enough. I always said Pete Carroll had better quarterbacks. We just he's gonna play his 10th year. He can't. He should be in the Pro Bowl for 10 years in a row. Remember Teddy Bridgewater just played 9 years and he doesn't get retirement benefits because you have to play 10 years. Russell has like 12 years already. Maybe Kelsey has 11 years. He's in retirement. Mahomes was born in '95. The kids of '95 are the best. I will stand on it. And I wasn't born in '95. But the kids of '95 are the best kids. Turn my shit that way. You hungry buttocks. Yeah, usually 22 years for a kicker sounds about right. The AFC had the kickers. All the AFC kickers were trash. Maybe was Elam, some guy named Elam, was he the Broncos kickers when they went back to back? Craig Elam? Who was the Broncos punter when Elway won it? Hey, the sun's out. Yeah, it is pretty early. I can go get another pack. I'm gonna have noise come out of my phone real quick. Watch this. How long have we been live? Oh, a long time. I said this would be the longest. That's the name of the episode. And you can see in the thumbnail, you can see how close I am to monetization, which is $709 hours. So I'm 709 hours away from monetization. At which point I can re-edit everything. You understand? The project changes. This will count as the push to similar to a push to 1,000. I'm just pushing to monetization. Everything you do before monetization is the same as trying to hit 1,000 subs and shit. It's definitely not. I'm not on the next generation. Screw that. I have to pay. I don't want to pay. I'm not. I'm not trying to. I want to get out of this room, guys, because the room is untherapeutic. Is not a good place to make my show. Been in here 10 years. I think I'll be out of here after Super Bowl 60. Which is like 400, 500 days probably. Or I could just stay here. We'll see. I'll probably go to the office today. I'd be in the office a lot more often, but I stay up all night. I barely stay, hang around for lunch in the I ate two pieces of pizza today from the lobby. Pineapple pizza. You know what? The office is like a nursing station. There's a bunch of offices on every floor. That's right. At least a janitor's closet. There's a bath. There's bathrooms on some floors. We don't have a bathroom up here. Like an employee bathroom. You know, it's a building. It's full. It's a Stanford property. Yes, I'm in the Stanford. I'm in Stanford. Did I spell it right? Nancy Pelosi is the head of our organization, Swords to Plowshares. Swords to Plowshares is named after Cincinnati, General Lucas. Swords to Plowshares, right? It's like my coffee cup. Helping vets since '74. I have infiltrated the plow. I'm just currently still infiltrating the imposter. The imposter organization created in '74 to combat Hustler magazine. The only reason Plowshares exist is to keep Hustler off the shelf. Through the Society of Decent Literature for Children, we provide Plowshares, make sure that no indecent literature can be delivered to this address. I cannot have Hustler magazine in my house because this property is listed as a correctional facility. Okay, but there's technically no program here. Okay, this is just where the vets chill in San Francisco. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. They hire. There's some diversity hires in the security now. We have armed security at the damn door. they eat our food. I've seen them. We do have the Hustler. There's a Hustler club on my street. I go there. When you, it's expensive, okay, but yeah. Oh, I'll drop 100 at the Hustler. If on a special occasion, if you come all the way here, yeah, sure. We'll go to the Hustler and I'll drop 100. I don't care if you drop. Strip clubs definitely have to have some crazy money to want to even think about going to. Nobody's going to the strip. I can still afford the strip club, honestly. Honestly, I still can. I couldn't, somewhere I'd be a regular. This is what women in Montenegro do. They would just walk around naked, and that's the way. We're not allowed. We're not allowed to do that. Duke Nukem had the good strip club, and GTA. In San Andreas, I don't think I ever needed to be there. I played a little of Grand Theft Auto 4. I quit on it. But I was too busy trying to play Halo at the same time because my brother got the 360, and he came home with Grand Theft Auto and Halo at the same day. I was like, I think I prevented my brother from beating GTA 4. Honestly, but it was the day GTA 4 came out. Compromises were made. I don't know how he pays for his shit. He brought the system home. Halo 3 was not. I was wasting my time playing PvP on the dumb maps, the bad desert maps with the stupid gigantic the tanks. Some of the vehicles in Halo 3 are specific to certain maps, and that's the game mode I played. So 8v8 on Halo 3 was shit. It was shit. And I was still choosing that over Grand Theft Auto 4 with online. I was online talking to real New Yorkers because only New Yorkers paid for that shit. The day it came out, it was all New Yorkers. Every lobby, 40 New Yorkers. And you can't replicate that. You can't bring the original fans back. And I remember running over some Hasidic pedestrians. I felt horrible because they slid off the hood and there was 3 of them. And I was shamelessly hitting that curb throughout the day. Like, it was hard to watch, but I was shamelessly doing that shit over and over again. They probably took that part out. It's hard. How would you take out a collection of? Why would they put a bunch of Hasidic guys like? I'd seen enough. I didn't want to go around the rest of the map. That was peak. That was peak. I would. My, I was too cheap to pay for GTA 4. I didn't want to play it. I have San Andreas on my computer. I was too cheap to pay for GTA 5, the current one. I'm just too cheap. I was ready to play it like 3 years after it came out. I mean, 2015, I got my computer. Yeah, this one. Right here. Right, my computer. This is my 2015 computer, and that's my other computer. So both my computers are broken, and fixing them is not important, bro. It's a nice thing to lean my shit against. I just need to buy a new DisplayPort. I need one of these. I need one of these and a new keyboard. That's it. And my shit will work. But I don't want to pay for it. Because fixing that shit will only have me sitting here longer. That's right. Ignoring and being unable to communicate with my audience. I'll be so busy playing the game, I won't even watch football. I'll forget it's a damn season. That's scary. Like, I remember 2007, maybe 2008. I was so busy playing WoW, I couldn't. I was also working in Hollywood. My brother threw me out of the house in 2009. I came back to the house, of course, because it's hard to keep me out. I think my brother threw me out 4 times. That would be 2009, 2011. Well, you know what? I'd say 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. You might as well just give my brother 5. He gets credit for throwing me out 5 times in a row. That's my prototype show, and I've still never seen anybody make a show that has rivaled my prototype. Prototype show. And I still have all my cameras. They're only about as big as a cigarette lighter. I've seen it close, but nobody has ever figured out that you don't need an aquarium cam or a picture of your fucking pet, like your sleeping dog, the aquarium. Oh, Airsoft Fatty. Do you watch Airsoft Fatty? He's got 4 cameras. One of them is the top of his stove. You don't need the stove shot, okay? It's a good example from Airsoft Fatty. He's sleeping right now. You want to send the parts? Oh, you want to? No, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. I want to get I will get something running on the Predator monitor. I don't care. I don't care what I plug into the Predator. Because I do have my 4K monitor. My computer and my monitor are two different things. The monitor cost $1,400, an entire month's paycheck. Without the monitor, you can't run in native resolution. The era of producing this computer, I should only run era. I shouldn't even run. It could run Overwatch because it's a downscaled version, of course. I would probably play Overwatch on my computer, and then World of Warcraft, and then go straight to the Magic the Gathering, Final Fantasy websites. I haven't been online on Windows with a keyboard. I've been solely touch screen. And for ASMR, I got my keyboard here. I can still touch it, right? Okay. I win 30 games in a row of Overwatch. No, I win 30 wins a day. Every day I play, 10 hours, and you average it has so many ties. There were so many tie games back then that the odds to tie were like 10%. Was like 10%. Playing the game was torturous because you knew the odds to tie were extremely high in Overwatch. I get, yeah. You didn't play Hanamura. I mean, it's so easy to get a tie. You just run out of time on point one. Every team runs out of time. Almost every game. You get lazy play. They're going to run out of time. The objective's not going to be made. It's going to be a tie game, and then you go back to the main menu. Yeah. The nature of the game, it was designed so in overtime there would be you would only have 30 seconds. You would get a minimum. If you had no time left, they would give you 1 minute in overtime, and most people can't take the final point, the first point in overtime. So if you played in Russia, Volsky Industries, Hanamura, the Moon. Heck, if you're playing on the Moon, bro, you're gonna fucking die. That's why they fixed Overwatch 2, because they took out the Moon and there's no tie games all the goddamn time. But I love the tie game. It's because if you play for an hour, you're gonna see the same people in your bracket. You want to wear people down. Even Street Fighter 2 had a lot of tie games, right? Yep, Street Fighter 2 on Super Nintendo arcade. This shit would always be a tie. Now a tie in Mortal Kombat is nearly impossible. And I've never seen a tie game in John Madden football. But I know you can tie. So in the future, I only try to tie. I always run out the clock. Even in Afghanistan, I was playing GameCube, Madden. We had Madden in Afghanistan. We played Madden 2000, 2001 or some shit. I forget which one. We had Madden on GameCube in Afghanistan in 2002. The options are not very. There's like only one edition of Madden that was even. and we were too busy playing SSX Tricky because we actually had 18 different games in the collection in Afghanistan, because it was just the rec room at the post office. If you weren't in the post office, you didn't sit in the office and play the exclusive, because nobody had TV. We in the post office, we have our own television, okay? We got we have our own phone, and we got the computer. And all the other people in Afghanistan, they got nothing. They got dirt in their hand. They got dirt, fucking fistfuls of dirt, okay? And I'm playing, I'm online, I'm reading video game tips in my spare time in Afghanistan. I had the only working computer, and I stay up all night, even after a duty day. And I only need 3 hours to sleep. You know, if in a war zone, I am the last to go to sleep, guaranteed. Guaranteed. No, I've never gone to sleep first. Actually, I tell you what, the power went out in the base one night, and I went straight to my sleeping bag. I was like, fuck this shit. It was cold. There was no heat. That only happened like in the peak of winter, probably around Christmas. Yes, I met Blizzard, and they took my picture in 2015, right before the Overwatch beta. And I said, hey, use me, I'm Soldier 76. They took my picture in San Francisco. I said, hey, put me in the game. I was there. There was a lady. She was pushing a baby stroller with 3 babies in it, and she had a press bat. She was holding a camera, and she had, a necklace that said Blizzard on it. And I'm like, she's just there to take pictures. I'm like, baby, take a picture of me. And I was wearing my 76ers. I had my 76ers, you know. Right. Pardon me. Good timing. I was like, hey, take a picture. I'm Soldier 76. And they were like, there's my do-rag. We're at 2 hours yet? How long is my hair? Amazing. Offensive line 76, the keystone, the top of the pyramid. 33.3 degrees, Illuminati. I am the keystone. My floor. My toes are black. Oh boy, still, no, you know who that is. Brick out. coolers making noise up there. Okay. Like I said, we got offices. See? We got office. Utility, this is the internet. There's actually all the router is in there. Bro, they got cameras up there. At the end down there, that's the employee break room. That's where they all eat lunch. My trash. My trash. I don't know. That's like the diaper trash. I don't use that one. I wanted to show you my toes are black. That's right.
back. Longest day. Here comes some neighbor. I'm already on camera. Didn't even get a shot of him walking away. Not trying to be like that. Not trying to. They already got shot. He's already on camera. You did glance him. You had a glance. It's a long way. 708. How dirty is my door? How dirty is that door? Too close. Straight across my room is a janitor closet. Oh yeah, my door, bro. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nobody's gonna bother me in my door. Don't tell anybody, bro. I can't. That's not gonna work. It's almost gonna work, but it wouldn't work. I can have that working later. Oh, shucks.
I find myself staring at the wall a lot, guys. I'm totally a wall starer. And there ain't shit. I mean, I got one thing, two things, and I don't have plans to decorate. Like maybe some sound absorbing foam, the cheap ones. The Dark Side Phil says, "Oh, those are the cheap ones." That was good. I like it when it has two corners. My cigarette's empty. Somebody was screaming out there last night. It didn't sound like Jason though. And it was just one, ran through the hall once. Jason would stop and it doesn't look like any, Jason would never take the papers off his door, so. Jason was always having some gay sounding shit coming out of there. I don't know how people can scream at somebody in their own room. I never had to scream at anybody in this room. You know? I never got any fucking respect. I had to scream at my family. They tried to throw me away like trash, bro. My mother tried to throw me out in 2005, right after Katrina, because my wife threw me out. So of course went home, and Mom wants to throw me out now. That's thanks. But I can call Mom's bluff. She never threw me out. Yeah, 29 years in LA, 5 years in Texas, 9 years in San Francisco. I was never in Los Angeles a single day with the Rams. I was, almost 32 years in LA. The Rams were never there. I would have stayed there. There was housing down at, I would have had housing in West LA. And that's not bad because I came out of East LA. It's all desert. Or is it? I'm going to Arizona. Okay, as a kid, every vacation was the desert. Ooh, more desert. Palm Springs or Arizona. That's it. San Diego, guess what? It's a fucking desert. Yeah, it's a desert to me. From LA, I'm from LA. Get down to San Diego, it doesn't feel like a worthy vacation spot. But I did see the zoo, of course. You know, just every spoiled, rotten kid has to go to the goddamn Sea World. You have to go sleep in a camper. Let's go sleep in a camper at the side of the ocean. We'll freeze our ass off, and we'll never pack enough food. There was nice arcades in. Yeah, at SeaWorld, would you sleep in the camping grounds? The camping ground had an arcade. That was a very cool place. I liked hanging out with the delinquent kids in the at the. My mom would never buy a tent. I never had a tent. And I mean, I slept in a tent in the Army like one night. It was week 9 of basic training. Dude, okay, the final road march is like the one time you sleep in the tent. I off the top of my head, I haven't cataloged everything. 995 days in the Army. But I did 5 years in Texas. That's a lot more than 995. And I was only in Texas in the Army because my wife was in the Army. I was still a member of the Army because it's called the Armed Forces Family. And the hardest job in the world is being married to somebody in the Army. And I've had that job. And I'm very good at it because the correct decision was to get rid of me. Like I was a detriment to her career. Okay, like incompatible with her being in and me being out. Because when we met, I was in. I was trying to stay in. I was totally delusional, and I thought I was staying in. It was coming up on third year was done. I did 2 years, 9 months and 5 days, 995 days. Okay, I did one tour. I wanted to go to Iraq. They went without me. Boo hoo, boo hoo. Oh, that girl got killed, and now a Huey helicopter. You know the one with 2 blades. One of those got shot down, and 25 people died. 28 people died in the helicopter. It is the worst helicopter attack in the entire war, in the entire history of the entire Army. One of the worst attacks, and it's on the highly classified. There's no footage of it. You can see a lot of helicopter crashes from the war. I'm telling the media is missing. I can guarantee you that I'll end up on a watch list talking about, but it doesn't matter. I had it's just the insert, the helicopter was taking people out of Fallujah, and on the way out, it got shot by a rocket and crashed. You know, usually the helicopters get attacked on the way in, but they were just coming home for Christmas break. It was Christmas break in Iraq in November 15th, 2003, 2003, 2004, 2003. That's right. This was very early in the war. As everybody else came way after it was over. Yeah, it was an Iraqi rocket. So the Taliban wouldn't be in Fallujah. Maybe they had a cousin. Yeah. You know what? You said friendly fire. I say public doesn't know it even happened. Yeah. No, but there's never been within our unit. Like I went to the funeral, which was technically like 2 days before I got kicked out of the Army. Like my final day in the Army was going to the funeral, and everybody just moved on with their life, and I wasn't in the unit. I didn't hang around. I was still living on post illegally in my wife's room. We got married, we got housing, but I was still hiding out in the barracks. I had to hide from nobody. Hey, why are you fucking still here? Didn't you? You know, Fort Hood. I spent 5 years on Fort Hood. The last 2 years, I had a different. You went from your Army ID to your civilian family, whatever they call it, the family ID. It gets you through the gate. I don't care. But you definitely you couldn't buy a soda without it. That's right. Run a lot of risks. I ran a lot of risks. I did. My wife got pregnant on. This is the kicker. Okay, Rebecca got pregnant around Valentine's in 2004. So that would be, and my daughter was born 19 years ago, and 99. You know, she'll be 20. My daughter will be 20. Tomorrow. Probably tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. Let's go back at the Cowboys. Bengals. I'm loading up my daughter was born during the Cowboy game, right? So that would be 2004. November 7th, 2004. That is election day. Election day 2024. So my daughter turns 20 tomorrow. I'm in danger of making another one. Get fucked on the election night. Okay, I almost randomly let that anniversary pass. Yeah. when I saw the Kansas City, the Chiefs lost to the Bengals. The Chiefs were 10-0, and we were at the Sports Dome, the same place that had the shooting. I was watching the Sports Dome shooting was like a year after I stopped going there. Yeah. I did a lot of strange things in Texas, man. The Army they had me driving down to Austin, doing airport runs, picking up people from the airport. I didn't even know how to get to the airport. I never loaded a single soldier into my fucking van. They give you driver duty. They say go 100 miles to the Austin airport and pick up people and bring them back. So and you have to answer the phone in Fort Hood. Okay, I'll come get you. And when I came to Fort Hood, which was like right before I got the duty, nobody picked me up from the airport. Thank you. Happy birthday to my daughter, who has a picture around here somewhere. That's her mother. I don't have that many daughter pictures. Rebecca and this is 2008. So this is she's 4. There you go. They live in Alaska. So I can go live in Alaska. I'm not needed. No. Well, definitely not. She's not loading me into her party. It's nice to know that my daughter doesn't even live in this shithole. I run this bitch. All 48 lower states. That's the best place Rebecca ever went. That's right. And she's good. She's qualified. I work in the office in the Army. She worked in the office, but they got rid of my job and they kept her MOS. Isn't that just ironic? Human resources. She's the human resources expert. She doesn't name me. It's all right. And also, I'm here. If I'm here, she knows who I am. I play games with her family. I'm not hiding. I'm also not asking for. I make it real easy. If you're not streaming, you're not using your device correctly. The only thing if you're not streaming, just go ahead and downgrade. You can downgrade to the FM radio. All you need is something to listen. You need to look. No, looking is punishment. Being forced to look at stuff is punishment, guys. And also, it's usually some ugly person like Mark Davis or John Madden, something you just wouldn't want to look at. Like, and then some stupid, like football. Watching football is just all you see is the throw and the catch, and the kids see the wide receivers, and there's no and the real. There's 15 offensive linemen on the goddamn roster. We're the largest position group. You can barely pay attention to the offensive line. The game is too pass centric. The offensive line should get paid more. They should get Christian McCaffrey money. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. The entire the salary cap structure. Wide receivers are overvalued. Unless you're the Rams, the Rams have some goddamn Robinson. This guy Robinson for the Rams, it's fucking good, dude. The Rams have three. When you have three wide receivers peak at the same time, it's over, man. Fuck what you do. Watch your stupid ass Niners, your lame ass Cowboys, man. I'm watching Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and Robinson. So I can be so rude sometimes. Well, the radio should be telling me the election results, actually. I'll crank it up. See what it says. If I was you, I would cut off my wrist. Did you hear that? That's just horrible. Horrible shit, dude. If I was you, I would cut off my wrist. If I... Now, this is Fox Radio. I'm gonna listen to the Fox.
Something you chose. Being injured is not something you did. Someone else did it to you. They injured you. And now their insurance company is saying that it was all your fault. When people start telling lies about you, it's really hard to keep your spirits up and not fall into depression. One of the things we do to keep you happy is to constantly remind you that you have a whole team of guard dogs who love you. And your guard dogs are determined to win. Some of those lawyers at the insurance company are just little yapper dogs who sit on the porch and say, yap, 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 but you're running with the big dogs, and the big dogs are why the yapper dogs stay on the porch. Call Havis Law at 1-800-INSURE. Talk with us, and your day will get a whole lot better.
my mom's boyfriend would always listen to the Oakland Athletics on the radio, and then he would watch the Dodger game on the TV. But he thought he was real special getting that Oakland in LA. Oakland was so big. We didn't get Giant games in LA. Like, see, how good was Oakland? Everybody watched. Everybody in LA watched Oakland. And it was on, and the games were on the radio. No, the Giants didn't mean shit.
Power of dog to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet and squeeze and erase.
Stop spraying. Start erasing. And clean with more magic than ever with Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
The holidays begin November 15th at the Disneyland Resorts. We've got your chance to score a family 4-pack of 2-day, 1-park-per-day tickets. Here's the hour's winning word. Goofy. 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 Enter that at kbaycountry.com. Be your chance to win.
On Bay Country 94.5 and 92.1.
I'm on 94.5.
How's it be about you? And you don't get all upset, flustered. This is what bothers me. This is what bothers me about you. And I'm gonna say it with a smile on my face. I come in here feeling good off of media day, feeling good about this team. I said, man, that day playing something, they're gonna win 50. And you laughed at me so hard. Like I was the biggest homer, and then I started getting flack. Oh, my own DMs say, Monte, man, you gotta stop with the homer, dude. They're not even gonna win. They're gonna win 40 games. They're gonna win. You should see the things on the show. They're gonna win 35 games. They're gonna win 40 games. And I'm saying, smash the over 43 and a half. You should smash that. Monte, this is a compliment. You did have a no, see, I don't like this. This happens all the time. 6 weeks later, I'm getting knocked at all week long. The lawsuits are coming at your boy's dome because I'm so good in society. We can't ever adjust opinions. I've adjusted my opinion. This is the problem. Information.
Sony Radio? With a Raiders sticker and a Turtle Beach sticker and a Razor Naga sticker. It's made in China, Sony model number . There's no date. No dates.
Love at first sight. Buddy Hield and the Warrior fans are in love. Why are you poo-pooing it? I'm not poo-pooing Buddy Hield. What are you talking about, poo-pooing? I'm the Warriors people. Getting so awesome. Hey, who's not loving you? Love him. I love this team more than anybody. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
Cube Radio.
It's like struggling to go to a they're going to win a championship. What are you talking about right now? I'm going to Kaminga. We went to a therapist, sat down,
There's a
worked out.
tuner.
On Friday, now we're happy. Literally on Friday, we're going to trade the whole damn farm for Joey Addison Tentacupo. And if we do it, just play it out. Everybody. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not poo-pooing anything.
Now, this same show is on YouTube. I can go sit in the chat, and these guys do read chat, and they have read my chat on the live episode. I can go talk shit to them on 95.7 The Game. Why are you here? But it's a Fox Radio YouTube takeover. The YouTube is faster. If I listen to YouTube, it's about two seconds faster than this. But this still is more dependable. Radio will work forever. Like, this radio could work 80 years, 2010. And I mean, I'm really excited about the year 2010. I mean 2100, which is what? 76 years from now. That's right. 76 years from now. Many of us will still be here. That's right. People today will still be here. So now is actually the time to focus on that. Hard to focus on some shit like that though. You definitely wouldn't want to live forever. And it's also, and it's not fair. That's not fair to all the people who died. That's right. It's not fair to you. Everyone, vampires are miserable, and but you can still drink blood. Cannibalism can be easy. Just, what if she didn't shoot? She just drank your blood, right? What? You don't think a vampire is a cannibal? A vampire is a Serbian. That's the only word in the Serbian that we speak. That stone cold Steve Austin is miserable, and he is immortal. So that makes him weak. You just described bitter, stone cold Steve Austin. You didn't describe me. I'm not bitter. The most bitter person I ever knew. People thought he was their hero, and he voted. He's a Trump guy. Do you think he's gonna have still have problems? He's still gonna have problems, and now right. Remember when I unplugged? Yeah, I told you, Stone Cold is a miserable pile of shit. Yeah, because he got fired. Ultimately, the Denver Broncos defeated the Atlanta Falcons, and that saved WWF. Denver saved Tampa. Duke the Dumpster Drozy. He's been a bitter heel ever since he was the Hollywood Blonde. He would only be one blonde, the Hollywood Blonde. Ever since he was the blonde, because nobody gave a shit about the ringmaster. They want to see Flying Brian. Flying Brian had all the credibility, and Stone Cold is a woman beater. Yes, right. He beats a woman. He has no kids. He's too. You know what? I've seen. He's not the first. It was originally like they treat themselves like Steve Young. I've seen this attitude before. He thinks he's Jerry Rice. The Undertaker was a broke boy. He had to keep. He was a biker. He had no money. He had to keep working. Why do you think that? Why would the Undertaker have any money? They didn't have no money for nobody, man. Broke ass hoes. Could you imagine when you know how broke they were? We know, and now you're gonna whore your ass out to those fucking nobodies. There's not a single guy in the entire structure of the WWE, their entire history. I will not play as any of those guys in the game. I'll play as Perry Saturn if I have to. And everybody I like came out of not New York. Fuck New York wrestling, man. Vince Senior. I don't think Vince Senior was any good. When it boils down to it, Vince Senior just didn't draw anything, and his talent was really shit, and nobody cared where Hogan came from. And Hogan was always kind of like his own. He was separate. You couldn't look at him and think he was like on a team with Brutus Beefcake. Like the Mega Powers or WrestleMania 4. We know anyway. Hogan. I didn't really like him. I honestly I would watch for Randy Savage and Greg the Hammer Valentine and Ted DiBiase. And many people didn't like Hogan. That Hogan is full of shit. Yeah. But at the time, he still is an A class. Like his work is the best. He's better than he ain't no Dutch Mantel. And I will never watch a Dutch Mantel match. I have better things to do than watch Dutch Mantel. And I could just stare at the wall. But at least I know staring at the wall will be over quicker than any wrestling match. And wrestling was segregated in 1960. Black people couldn't buy tickets, but they played in Chicago. That was when the championship was in Chicago, the territory of Chicago. that Chicago was shut down, and if you, I enjoy some 1960s Chicago side questing, but this you can skip all the 70s. I don't like Billy Superstar Graham. I don't like Jimmy Snuka. I don't like any wrestling was bad. Oh, some decent Mexican wrestlers from the 70s, of course. They were probably there from the 60s. El Santo. Mexican wrestling changed a lot in the 90s, you could tell. Tijuana. The same guys still work. WWF just always sucked. Even Steamboat, I hate Steamboat. And Steamboat beat Savage at WrestleMania 3, which is like the greatest match of all time. But I hate Steamboat. And it's a stupid ass match where Savage loses. It's the worst moment in Savage's career. And everybody, oh, it's the greatest match. It's some shit. The Dragon Steamboat was good in 79, maybe in the 70s. But and I am underselling him. He was better than I say. He was just not my cup of tea. He was like Elvis. He literally would do karate chops in the air like Elvis. Okay. Ernest the Cat Miller was a better version. And I thought that was great character for the era of and a show from Atlanta with Ernest the Cat Miller, good wrestler. I'd rather watch him than Goldust rub his nipples. Like, I just don't look at men like that. Like I don't hang around TV like that. I want to see men hurt each other, and I want to, make fun of them in the chat. A lot of NFL shows don't want. I'm watching the bootleg YouTube radio. G's Sports Channel, Don's Sports, Sports Central, whatever channel you choose. College Soon, DC 2W. Let me swipe up and look at my battery, because I got down to, and I hit 3 hours. See, I'm gonna cut it. That was a hell long. Let me look at my statistics on YouTube. This episode of The Longest Wait. I'm gonna predict 14 views in 3 hours. That's value. But hey, I got an hour of watch time. I have to pound out this watch time. Analytics. Close that. This didn't get up to 5. I couldn't get 5 in here. 5 people in here. Studio is lagging on my phone, making life impossible. The contents in the bag. So we're fine. I need to recover from this episode, so I'll have another one on election day. I watched Ricardo Cody Retro. Listen to this. I watched this guy.
What the hell did I do wrong? So, oh, I beat the guy. Oh, no, that's good.
What's he playing? What's he playing? Spellcaster on the Master System. I'm gonna cut this episode off. I couldn't get my statistics. I'm gonna try to load it up one more time. Still a little warm. Sub count might go. I lost a sub. Let's load up the sub count. Watch it. Watch this. Watch this. Trash. Oh, that's right. Okay, close that. Swipe right. Hit the trash. Boom. Everything's gone. Now. What's it gonna say? Still 1,500. Okay. What's this one say? It's never the same. It's the same, but that is what it is. It's been a good episode. You know what? It's been the longest wait. It's not worth it. If I leave it running for an hour, it would be like a one view. I'll get like a one view. Hit the trash can. There it is. See, I'm gonna cut this episode off. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. Good night, guys. It's gonna get loud. So as soon as everybody, I want to be asleep.